Alrighty, y'all. Hello and welcome back to, well, Americans kind of losing the plot here, getting a reality check. Well, tourists in general, but probably mostly Americans, we can safely assume. This should be a fun one, and please excuse any extra noises you hear in the back. There's heavy machinery operating outside, so don't be alarmed.
An American living in Germany. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh my goodness, where is the rest of the water? Is it broke? Is there like a button? I gotta add some water? Like what? Not right now, please. Not right
Is it
now.
broke?
Oh my goodness. All right. We press the button on here and see if it'll fill a little bit. No, that ain't working. Okay, let me flush this start it over. See what happens. See what happens. Please.
There it goes.
Please. Same thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, ooh. This is bad. This is bad. I'm sweating. I'm getting hot. I'm getting dizzy. Let me check underneath the toilet. Maybe there's a button underneath here because, you know, they like to do things different out here in Germany. This is crazy. Ooh, I don't want to touch the floor. It's nasty under there. Oh, my goodness. There's no buttons under there either. You know what?
I don't know. That bathroom is exceptionally clean, so that's a good thing. I've seen much worse.
This ain't even worth it. This ain't worth it. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna run to the gas station. Maybe they got more water in the toilet bowl. This is crazy.
Unfortunately, I'm going to guess that he's not going to have better luck at the fuel station. This is something that will certainly, get me in person when it does happen to me in traveling. It's not like a huge deal, but it's pretty funny just because it's one of those things you wouldn't think that would be different, but it is. I'm going to think that most of the world, maybe not every country, but a lot of the world tends to do this, where there's just a little bit of water in, the edge of the bowl here, and the whole bowl is pretty much, empty. Whereas if you kind of follow my cursor here, at least this much around the drain there will be full of water, right? The bowl's going to be at least half full in pretty much any toilet, public or, private residence here in the U.S. It's just what we're used to. And seeing it pretty empty like that, which of course is overall, I assume pretty much better. It's a little better for water conservation and stuff like that. It is just bizarre. It's very bizarre to me as an American. The only experience I do have with this is actually state to state. Member states are different here in the U.S. And in New Mexico, of course, in the Southwest, the desert, they pretty much have to be about conserving water in states like Arizona and New Mexico. And they actually had pretty much like this, where it was just water like that and everything else was empty because they try and use less water whenever they can there. But pretty much everywhere else in the U.S., yeah, it's going to be full.
Thirsty. Oh.
What the hell?
Get the bottle.
Louis, das kannst du nicht trinken.
What?
What?
Kannst du nicht trinken.
Why can't you
Uh-oh.
Weiß ich auch nicht.
drink
Steht da
it?
dran.
What is it for then?
Keine Ahnung, frag die Leute. Vielleicht wissen die das.
What?
Okay, now I'm lost. What is that for? I've never seen this. Safe to say, I've never seen this in a city in the U.S. It's tall, right? Some sort of pump. Literally water comes out, manually pumped. Goes into this drain here. Hard to tell. I mean, it looks pretty clean. I don't know if I'd necessarily be pretty excited to drink out of that. Not gonna lie. Is this common throughout Europe, or is it only common in Germany? And is this drinkable water, or is this used for something else? Even the German girl, at least in this skit, didn't explain. She doesn't really know what it's for. All I can find is a couple comments. This one, which is in German, so I actually don't know what this says. Then we have this one, of course in English. It says, "It's a well. Underground water is pumped. She might be right that you can drink it. Sometimes it is polluted by streets." So we don't really know. Can you drink it or can you not? I suppose if you're, dying of thirst, you'd drink this and risk it. But I'm sure it's not that bad.
Looking at me like I'm a psychopath right now. Just finished a run and I'm wearing this. It's so normal in the US. Like
She's in
throughout
Hungary.
winter, I will always be wearing shorts. It's not that weird to wear shorts outside in winter. If you tell that to someone from Central Europe, they're gonna think you're actually crazy. Don't even go outside with wet hair. Like they always blow dry their hair before going out.
Well,
Wearing
yeah.
jacket, pants, everything, the whole winter.
Okay, if we're talking about winter, I would never go outside with wet hair in winter. That is like a fast fast path to get sick, in my opinion. That just sounds like a headache, literally. So that's bad, even by American standards. Now, her outfit, she's wearing gym wear, right? It's tight. It's shorts, right? Her legs aren't even covered. And this looks like, apparently it's in the dead of winter. I'm not going to lie. She might even get some looks here in the U.S. Not maybe as many, but she would. But I imagine if she's in Hungary and she's wearing this, yeah, everyone's going to be like, who is this crazy lady?
Going home, and people also don't usually go.
Remember, people don't, from what I understand, people don't wear gym clothes out in public, even when it's hot out. Like, they don't wear gym wear out walking in the streets. I'm pretty sure that's pretty rare in European cities, whereas you've probably seen or heard that is very normal. That's become like, I guess, like the 2010s and 2020s. People just wear fitness wear out and about, even if they didn't go to the gym that day. They just wear fitness wear. I don't know why that's the American fashion, but it is. And she's making herself look very American here. Her reality check is that everyone is looking at her like she's an alien. And for the record, I don't wear shorts in winter. Other people do. I don't. I think they're crazy. But, to each their own. Okay, they went to Norway, and they didn't expect traffic like this. Look at this, going through, may I mention, a beautiful tunnel through unbelievable mountains. And you have this body of water over here that looks so majestic. But look at the traffic. So according to the description, it's when tourists spot orcas. So we have orca whales apparently in the water. They turn a main road into a parking lot. And the original poster says they had no idea they would expect traffic jams in Norway. So there you go, guys. I guess from the outside, shame on y'all. You're not supposed to have traffic in Norway, apparently. The only thing stopping me from moving to Europe is the lack of iced coffee. It's 98 degrees Fahrenheit, hopefully, which is still hot. And I'm drinking a hot cappuccino. I'm a volcano inside and out. She has her shirt unbuttoned, barely anything on underneath, by the way. And yeah, she's feeling the burn, feeling the heat for sure. We've seen this in a previous video, the lack of iced coffee. I'm sure it could be done. Maybe they're not just ordering correctly or looking in the right places, but either way, yeah, go figure that food culture and coffee culture is different in Europe than it is versus the United States. Of course, it's going to be different in all countries. We don't know where she's at in Europe, but presumably somewhere that gets pretty damn hot. I'm thinking that if she hated the hot coffee with the hot weather, she should have just opted for something cold. I'm sure there's cold drinks available, like cold water. So this is on her, I'm afraid. People pointing out the truth, by the way. Buys coffee literally all the time. Every single cafe has them. So I feel like, exactly. I feel like the coffee culture is different, of course, but I feel like they're going to have iced coffee. Like, you just got to, I'm sure most places have the ability to do it. Then, of course, what I pointed out, Europe is not a country. It's a huge continent with different coffee options in different countries. And then the obvious from fart, Starbucks exists in every country. If you want an iced coffee, go there. And that would be, such an on-brand American. Go, thousands of miles away to a different continent with tons of, beautiful different countries. And, just, wear that American personality with pride. Go to a fast food coffee chain from America. Go to a Starbucks, abroad, where they have beautiful cafes. POV, you're an American in Europe, and everyone is super rude for no reason. That's it. We get there's nothing here. No sound. No context. Everyone's rude, apparently. You know what? I don't even know where to go with this. Right? Do we really believe this? Okay. I'm going to let you guys handle that. Say what you will about these two ladies. Apparently, they think everyone is rude.
Do them chilled back, please. Excuse me? Chilled. Chilled, iced. Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you.
What'd you just order?
4 shots of motherfucking Classy ice moon.
Period.
Sure.
What? It is very hard to hear them. She's ordering something like an American style coffee, like blah, 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 blah. One of those long, drawn out coffee orders
Chilled, iced. Yeah.
in Greece, of all places. This is why nobody in Europe likes Americans vacationing there. Broad statement, but yeah, there are people that give us bad names for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
What'd you just order?
4 shots of motherfucking.
Yeah, she looks like there's a little bit of rudeness, a little attitude, a little arrogance going on. She didn't look like she was directly like super rude to the, waitress or waiter, but she rolled her eyes after the fact and then is pretty mouthy with her partner here. So that's pretty cringe.
Period.
Whatever that was. I'm kind of glad she didn't like be physical or like straight up yell at the waitress or whatever it didn't look like. But, the body language, the roll of the eyes, she was a prick for sure. How rude and ignorant. Yeah, I agree. It definitely gave off that vibe. I didn't catch what she said at the end, but I absolutely speak eye roll. Yeah, that eye roll said everything. It really did. That was... Ugh, it was savage. It was gross. POV, you're an American tourist and you asked for the check 30 minutes ago, but your waiter is right there. Okay, so what's going on? They asked for the check and they just haven't gotten it yet? Their waiter's back there talking with someone, it looks like. All right, so this one is going to be interesting. I feel like in other countries, people take their time more when they go out to eat, right? It's more of an event. It's more of a social gathering and people don't rush through it. So they're already, going to be in for a rude awakening if they think it's like in America where everyone rushes and gets the hell out when they're done, right? And so we can fit more people in the restaurant. They don't do that in other countries. At the same time, if they ate and they asked for the check and it's, the waiter knows this and it's been 30 minutes, that's kind of a long time, especially when the waiter's right there and he could just grab the check for him. So what do we think, right? I'm kind of like, I don't want Americans to be ignorant and expect other countries to function like the U.S. does, because that's ridiculous, right? Like, that's just not how the world works. You can't expect that. At the same time, if you did ask for a request, you're trying to pay for your meal and get out of there, and they're kind of blatantly in your face just sitting there not getting the check, kind of looks bad on the waiter as well. So I'm in the middle on this one. First, realize majority of Spain looks like this. I don't get it. It looks pretty. Is she disappointed? I'm confused. Is this disappointing? The description says they never see it coming. I don't know. Maybe one of these Americans that just consumes tons of Instagram, and we all know how Instagram compares to reality, right? They've only seen the best of the best pictures of places and assume that the whole country, every square inch, or should I say square centimeter, is going to be, just Instagram-worthy paradise. I'm a realist, right? I think that looks pretty. Not everything looks like, a paradise photo, right? The earth is very diverse and big. And to me, this definitely looks like what I think of Spain looking like, I guess. I think it looks cool. And I know there's other places that are, different than this. I know there's other places in Spain that might be more exotic. But if you're taking a train through the countryside, I think this looks peaceful. German woman staring at me. Me thinking I have something on my face. Her continuing to stare. Waving, wondering what's going on. Still staring. Germans love to stare. Germanic stare down is well known. Oh my God, that's funny. Wow. That would be interesting. I don't know exactly what you're supposed to do as an American. I guess you just kind of take it. Right? Like, what do you really do? You just try and maybe like see what they want. And if they don't answer you, you just move about your day, I guess, and leave it up to, a Germanic stare. See, that's aggressive to me. I would start flipping people the bird right and left. Not a good thing. Wow. That escalated quickly. I mean, I get it. I get it. In the U.S., you wouldn't really want to stare someone down because that would be kind of a fighting move, right? That's a little sketchy. But again, you don't want to take your customs and apply them to the rest of the world. You know, it is what it is, right? If you want to think it's weird, that's cool. But maybe don't flip people the bird all the time either. Don't know if that's the smartest idea. We moved from the Midwest to Germany and had to break the habit of smiling and saying hi to everyone. The Germans hated that. I would definitely have to break that habit. I mean, I'm in the Midwest. That's, where we are, where I'm from. It's just how it is. People are very, smiley, very saying, hi to random people, wavy, it's just how it is. What's funny is most people don't actually, you don't know most of these people and you don't end up conversing with them, but that's just how people are here. I don't know. It'd be a hard habit to break because that doesn't translate usually to other places and it's going to clash.
Why are y'all like this? Okay, so my son had a school play and they sent a note. The note said, all parents are required to provide a packed tea for their child. Okay. Now, I got a whole bunch of tea, okay? But I wasn't for sure on how they wanted the tea. Like, should I steep it, have it made in the hot little ready cup, or should I just send some tea bags? So I said, let me just ask the mom group because I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I asked the mom group, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sure. Does the tea have to be made or just the tea bag? Mind you, I done already took a tea bag and put it in a little Ziploc bag because I wasn't sure. So I said, I'm going to send something.
Right.
Come to find out, tea just means another lunch. Why y'all ain't just say that? Y'all could have just said it. A snack. I just need to know British folks.
No way.
Why are y'all like this?
This is what's fascinating, right? I mean, from an American perspective. So, of course they speak English in England, right? So you'd think, oh, that's a little easier. I don't have to learn a whole new language. I should be able to survive over there. But it really is different, right? English spoken in different places has a lot of different meanings, different slangs, different accents, the whole 9 yards. And we just speak a lot different over here in the U.S. And when you go over there, they speak, English. And we speak some weird other form of it here that when we've experienced their, actual English, it doesn't translate well for us. And this is a great example of this. We haven't seen something like this in a while. This is like a legit example. I would have thought exactly like her that they wanted some sort of tea, and you're wondering what, you just want to do things right. You're wondering what kind, right? Like how to do this properly. So you don't look like an idiot. And come to find out, it doesn't matter what kind of tea you're sending. That's not what they mean. So I would look like an idiot anyway. Unfortunately, like she did. So, yeah, I would have never known that means dinner. Never heard of that in my life. I am very confused now on what the hell tea even means in different countries. I don't know. Someone does add in the comments, someone does say that tea means dinner. But then, of course, someone else also says, I am from London, and I would have thought tea bags too. So I would like to hear your opinions on this. Maybe it's kind of split down the middle. Let's confuse my fellow Americans. Do you know what this is? I don't. Something cooking in a pan here. What do we got? I don't know what this is. It looks like some sort of, I guess, meat. Or it's not cheese, is it? No, it's definitely meat. Tried to think outside the box here, I'm getting tricked. I don't know. Obviously, it's weird shaped. You also let me know if you know what this is. Let's see if the comments even explain it. Even better over an open fire. Well, it doesn't tell me. Romanian bacon. I wonder if that's the correct answer because they're laughing, so we don't know.
I live in Europe, Germany specifically, and this is something that you need to know if you're going to Germany. German people will tell you what to do. If you go to a market, you go to the airport, you go to the train station, and let's say you're doing something wrong, the German people will be like this. You cannot do that here. This is not how we do the rules in Germany. Germany is a very structured country.
That sounds
when
accurate.
that happened, I was like, if you want to get beat up, just let me know. But y'all, that's a part of German culture. We follow the rules. So you come into Germany, don't fight an old woman, because you'll go to jail like I did. I'm an American. I live in Europe, Germany specifically, and this is something that you need to know if you're going to Germany. German people will tell you what to do.
Damn. Yeah, I feel like she is out of her element experiencing this German culture for sure. Note to self, never go to Germany. I am too silly. I feel like a lot of people around the world, maybe, but a lot of Americans would clash with this big time. My mouth is too quick. I'd immediately be kind. Do they mind their own business in Germany too? Oof. There it is, guys. When I lived in Munich for my internship, I would get chewed out for walking the wrong way down an aisle in the store, I'm assuming they mean. That is wild. See, like, there's part of me that admires, like, the strictness and the order in Germany is pretty kind of cool and refreshing. Then I hear, like, it goes layers and layers deep, and it seems almost too strict. Is that such a thing? I don't think that is such a thing in Germany. So then it sounds a little intimidating, you know? When you ask for ice in Europe and they only give you one ice cube. That is actually hilarious. Again, we've seen this kind of before. One ice cube's a little diabolical, though. Come on, guys. I mean, if they ask for ice, throw a few in there at least. At least 2, at least 3. One ice cube, what's the point? It's just a big culture difference. It's very weird. Like, I'm not obsessed with ice the way a lot of Americans are, but I'm not gonna lie, I do like it, right? I like some ice. I don't have to have the ice up to the lip of the cup and then put my drink in. I think that's a little ridiculous. Some Americans are like that, but having one ice cube in there, that would almost kind of aggravate me. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna cut it there. I think that was a lot of fun. I certainly hope you enjoyed that, and I hope the noises weren't coming through too bad. I hope they didn't annoy you. But yes, till next time, I really appreciate you watching. I hope you're doing great. And yeah, my name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.